Hi, this is Nancy Jean, and I'm in my garden today, and I'm bringing one of the lovely young flowers that's been part of my garden for a long time. Her name is Allie, and Allie has agreed to do a 12-month reading live. I mean, recorded so you can see how that works, because some people don't understand them. And Allie's an old friend of my daughter's and an old friend of mine. But she lives far away in a foreign land called Brooklyn. So we don't get to see her very much, and we certainly don't get to see her now. So anyway, Allie, welcome to the garden.
Hello.
Okay,
Thank you.
We're going to start with the 12 months. I'm going to put the camera down so you can watch the cards. And this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And I don't put those out for you to hear. And one time I only put out 11 cards. And when we got the person didn't have a December, they kind of freaked. Okay. This is, you know, I mean, full service. What can I say?
Yeah, exactly.
Take this stuff a little bit seriously.
Well, after this previous year, come on now.
I know. And then I'll talk to you a little bit about what I see coming up in the coming year, other than yours. Yours will be brilliant because you are brilliant. I rebuilt the family grid. Did you feel the energy changing? I rebuilt it like 3 days ago. You guys were on that.
Possibly.
Yeah. Yes, because
that could explain a few things.
Really explain it here, because like all of a sudden it was like, whoa, that feels better. Okay, here you go. January, you got the Queen of Michaels, and that is really you. That's the Queen of Swords in a traditional deck. It's also my card, Allie. This is where you and I join. You know exactly what to do. Benefit from experience at time for your career rather than working on relationships. And it shows that right now your career is kind of stuck in the mud. You're not getting the kudos. You're not getting the feedback. But the reason you're like the Queen of Michaels, like I am, is if your head thinks it, your mouth says it. So,
yep.
So January is going to be a very truth-telling month, but those cards are not bad. That means I don't see anything horrible or dire happening. Now, February, Six of Ariel. That's the Six of Coins. Material needs are fulfilled by magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving and receiving with a grateful heart. And it shows you with the Two of Rods. So I think something around hear the dog, something around your way you earn money, and I know you're working from home and have been since forever, but I think there's going to be a shift and a change, and it's going to be for your material good. That's coming up in February. Okay. Then March. Okay. March is everything, and this is this card, and I don't know if you can see it, but this is a woman, and she's got a bunch of gifts she opened up, and she didn't like any of them, so she walked away. But she's walking up towards another, it almost looks like a Tiffany box here. That's where, and this card in the traditional deck, it's a guy who's crying over spilt milk, and I don't like anything I've got, and all the energy of it really truly is, turn yourself around, stick to your own values, and you'll find what you want. So what I see for the first 3 months is you're going to be Allie. You're going to keep speaking your mind. You're not in a place where you can make things really grow. Things are going to start to change in February. They're going to allow you more chance to communicate with people, and maybe some things are going to shift around your work. That's going to bring new enterprises to you. This guy is the Two of Rods, is new business. But I think some of what you're being offered, you're going to kind of look at it in March and go, this isn't a real deal, and so let's see what you're doing in April, girl. Woo!
I'm fleeing to Tahiti. No.
Well, no, it does say follow your passion. If your passion's Tahiti, you are ready for any challenge, opportunities, and excitement and adventure. And it's kind of an exotic location. It's sort of like you're standing in the middle of the desert. But that means that someone's going to be bringing you some wonderful new offers, but you're not going to have to move. The Knight of Swords means movement if he's right side up. Upside down, when I read, it means you're not going to have to move. So I think you're being hesitant about accepting some of the stuff that's coming up in March is going to open up new doorways in April.
Okay.
And then May. Wow. Okay. May is the Ten of Michael, also known as the Ten of Swords. And what the Ten of Swords said, a situation has ended. You're finally free. New opportunities for happiness will follow now. You're putting the past behind you. It's literally doing the bow out of the Swan Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows you walking away from a situation that you see that's a problem that's full of a lot of people fighting, but for no good cause. Yeah. Okay. And then that's May. And then June. Yep, you're going through some big changes, girl. You got the 12 in the major arcana. It's called perspective. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. And I think this is another card of reassessment of where you've been and what you've been doing. And this is where you're finally realizing this stuff isn't fun anymore. It's a burden. So I need to rearrange how it happens around me.
Okay.
See, July, you got the same card again. This is, except this guy, instead of being overburdened, it's actually Cinderella in the kitchen before she gets the gown to go to the ball. And it says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please everyone, and it's sapping your strength.
Well, yeah, that's every day.
I know. Then there's August. New money coming towards you. And it says, there is so much to accomplish. Have a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone's very kind and special. And it shows, I think some of the stuff sort of havoc that's having around your work. I mean, how long can a place stay closed and not really open its doors and do everything virtually? Mm-hmm. But this shows there's going to be changes in the setup that I think are going to benefit you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you say new money, is that like new money, like more money from the same place, or
it's
same amount of money from a new place?
Same. No, it could be more money from, yeah, it could be either one, really. But the way I'll put all the cards together when I'm done with the whole thing. Your August is going to be fun. It's back to childhood, visiting friends, you're going to take a vacation in August. They're going to have the vaccines going to be out there enough. And you're going to be out vacationing with people you really like and have a fun time. Wait a minute. No, that's September. You're going on vacation in September. And August is when your job's going to change. Then September. Then October is the Four of Ariel. And that's the Four of Coins. And it's when you give, you receive. You got all these changes coming at you, and you're going to kind of go in the corner and say, no more change, no more change. But you're going to need to change. And you're going to be changing how you spend some of your money. That's October, and you are, because you're going to be charging ahead and making a new direction for yourself. Things that were stuck are going to get unstuck, and all of a sudden there's going to be some priorities. What did I saw? I saw a meme today, and it said, okay, 2021, do I buy more track clothes, or do I need to go get a new bag and shoes? How do I spend my money? Okay, November is going to be brilliant for you. You're the magician, and I can't see him that well, but you can manifest the life you want. You will all of a sudden have magically the things you wanted to have come through will appear, and have very successful beginnings, and you're going to be able to do it without tearing down the house, without going through the tower. Mm-hmm. And then December is, oh, good. Okay, December's when the money rolls in. There's the money card.
Oh.
9 of coins. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. Love of beautiful things. And you're going to be working with people you really like.
Oh. So
what I see is there's a continuing frustration of being locked up, and there's concerns about where you work. I'll put a couple more cards on some of these workplace things. You're looking for a new way to do things. I think people are going to come towards you in March and April and even into May and say, we're rearranging everything, and you're going to have to decide, do I want to go with that agenda, or what do I want to do? June, you may decide, I have a perspective on what I want to do now, and Am I going to stay here and do it or not? I think you're going to stay where you are. I really do. Then July, you've got June and July are going to be tough months for you because you're going to realize how overburdened and how overwhelmed you are with certain tasks.
Okay.
And you're going to want to decide what to do, to straighten that out. But you're going to be given the opportunity in July to, August to, August is going to be when your company reopens in a more traditional way, but it'll never go back to what it was.
No.
And it's actually going to give you the leeway for you to take a vacation in September. Yeah, in September, and you're going to go out and be with friends. And this is such a pretty card.
I like that card.
Yeah, and it's going to be a nice time for you to kind of rebuild, and then you're going to decide how much of my life do I think I can really control in October. But there's going to be big breakthroughs, and maybe it's in deciding I can control this, I can't control that. Sometimes you can make breakthroughs when you surrender to what the reality of what's there.
Yeah.
And then November's brilliant. You're able to do what you want to do, but not bring the house down. And then the real money and the power and feeling very comfortable where you are in December. So 2021 is going to be your year towards the end. There's going to be some trials. There's going to be a lot of rethinking. And I'm going to see about this guy. Okay. This was the Hierophant. And it showed, this has got the same card. This is the 9 of Ariel again. That's being very comfortable where you are. But you're going to get some expanded duties and some things that are going to change for you. And it's going to fulfill some of the goals you wanted. I think some of it isn't what you want. It's going to be what you've learned how to do that would have never been, Allie would have chosen those things as a young person. But I think you're going to get some new goals. So I think it looks brilliant. Do you have any month you want to know more about?
Oh, all of them. No, I'm kidding.
There's only 12.
Oh, I'm trying to soak it all in.
Let me see if I can get clarification on how come you got this 10 of rods twice. Oh, okay. Okay, this is this old geezer carrying rods. Okay, that's being overburdened. So the reason you're feeling overburdened is because the way you're having to work in the industry isn't what you always thought you'd do. I mean, it's just very different, and so it's not your childhood dream. This is the same as that 6 of Raphael where you take a vacation. That's the card, but there's money there, and your values are there, so you know you can do well there, and so it's kind of like you're not selling out. But what's happening is, I think this is why it's more of a burden. Someone's not telling you the whole truth. They're giving you a lot of smoke and mirrors. That wouldn't sound like where you work at all, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, what you're saying, that's going to be happening, or it has been happening?
It's going to be happening. It's going to be a culmination of it. So here's another. Okay, so you move on to the next month where you're still feeling overburdened, but you don't see new beginnings happening there. You have the other one. At least you have the Ace of Pentacles. You get money out of it. You're going to take a retreat. This card doesn't mean a funeral or anything. It means someone's fought a hard battle and they're retreating and deciding what to do next. And you're going to quit crying over spilt milk. And that's that lady that was walking away from the gifts.
Right.
In this case, you're saying, I'm not going to fall for feeling sorry for myself. I'm going to look at what I've got and see what I can do with that. And from then on, they all move forward positively.
Okay.
So your big months are June and July as far as what's going on in your head. And then August and September are brilliant. And then the fall on out, everything falls into place for you.
Okay. Not at all what I was expecting.
Oh.
Well, because I always expect the best anyway, but.
I know, but I mean, this has changed. You got to know you're not going back to the same company you left, and how it's going to work itself out. It's going to be kind of confusing to you and everyone else that works there. But It looks good, girl. I mean, these are great cards at the end. The Magician and the Nine of Ariel. That's, you know, you're in charge. You're taking over. You're the magician. As above, so below. You're manifesting it all. And you're putting yourself in a very comfortable place. After feeling uncomfortable. And it may be that those 2 months of June and July, there's so much swirling around how things are going to work out that you're not sure and you don't like that insecurity.
Well, and you know, you already know how well June and July are for me anyway.
Yeah,
So.
I know. Well, you got a lot of memories back there in June and July.
Yeah.
So is there any other way I can help you, sweetie pie?
I don't know. You know me. Once you pull out the cards, I'm sitting here. I'm down for anything. But
Okay. Did you have a specific question in mind?
Oh, see, this is the fun part. For those of you watching, trying to slim it down to a specific one question is not Allie's strength. Let's see. So I feel like, I mean, obviously everyone's felt like it's been a bit chaotic and crazy in their worlds these days. But I felt like it's even worse in my head for me, in that it's just everything is a massive tornado of craziness.
Well, as a word of explanation for people who are watching this don't know Allie, Allie has some underlying health issues like I do, so she really can't leave her house. I mean, it's not a matter of, oh, she's young and spry and she'll survive. She will survive, but it's because she's cautious and careful. We've got two things we can do. We can pull an oracle card and pick, you know, say, what's the next big thing that's going to happen around you? I have two of them. I have
that works.
Crystal reading oracle cards or sacred geometry activations. These are marvelous. Which one?
Crystal card or the crystal card.
Okay. And these are all based on crystals. And today I did a thing on 2021. I did a 12-month reading just spiritually for how things are going to roll out. Your timing of feeling better in the summer totally jives with what I saw.
Oh.
Happening for everyone. Just a better place to be. But I pulled a crystal card. And I couldn't say the name of the crystal. It's some damn crystal that only grows in Tasmania. And so I'd never even seen it before. It's bright red.
Oh.
It's a really pretty crystal, but okay. I'm going to move the camera down so for those who get motion sickness from that, I'm sorry. But we got to do it somehow. Okay. And we're going to. I love these people that can just swoop it and it just goes across the table and they're all just spread out evenly. I think there's a string on the bottom of those cards. There's no way cards.
Yeah, that would be my opinion.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to go back and forth and you tell me when you want me to stop.
Now.
This one?
Sure.
Petrified wood. No, that's a good card.
No, I know it's a good card. I know that petrified wood is good. It's just funny to get that choice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's all sorts of wonderful shiny moonstone and azurite and beautiful things, but you got petrified wood.
Because that's what I've been for 10 months now.
Petrified wood also has to do with ancestors.
Right.
And family and creating family and dealing with family. So I'll read you about petrified wood. Petrified wood and amber and soapstone, which is little critters that got scrunched together by tectonic shifts. Those are all what we call ancestor stones because they embody another life form and convert it into crystals. Okay. And in crystal medicine, petrified wood is formed from the trees that crystallized in thousands of years. This magical crystal assists humanity in connecting the essence of the wisdom to the ancient spirits in the trees.
Okay.
And when working with this ancient medicine, you will also be guided to connect deeply with your own ancestors, receiving love, guidance, and wisdom from those who have walked with you in this life and live on the other side.
Oh yeah, I could use a lot of that.
I know. And then the meaning of this one is strong grounding stone, centering crystal, assists in connecting you with the tree spirits to receive deep wisdom and healing from your ancestors, awakens a deep knowledge of what lies within the blood and bones of your ancestry, assists in realizing any old ancestral karma that's been brought down to you can be forgiven and released in this lifetime. You got a bit of that, girl, I know. We won't go into it, but
no, it's all good. We can only put so much on the internet, Mom.
I know. Anyway, oracle reading. Okay, this is a message from each of these crystals. The author of this book believes has a diva, a little fairy goddess that watches over it. So the diva for this one says, people throughout history have looked to understand the deep connections between themselves to the ancestors, sometimes honoring them with prayer, ceremony, and ritual. This card is a sign that your ancestors surround you with their love and support. They bring you the wisdom of their life experiences and their loving guidance and support. Look to your ancestors and acknowledge the presence of them in your life. This will open you up to receive gifts and wisdom. Just as physical imbalances can be handed down through family lines, so can energetic imbalances. And now it is your chance to challenge the patterns, the traumas, and the karma that's been passed to you. So if your situation is creating confusion or you feel a separation from it, that could be the karma of your ancestors. If so, you may feel guided to facilitate a ceremony to honor balance in your life and to honor the reality of where you are right now instead of clinging on to old things. Light a candle, setting the intention to heal any family karma, any pattern, any pain that may have been handed down. Allow only the wisdom and the love they brought to you, not the negative things. So that would also make sense with the Five of Cups, because it's let go of that old crap and look for what you gain by knowing these people and that bloodline. Allow only wisdom and love from their experiences to flow within you and openly receive the healing light offered. This is a sacred time for you to recover your sense of balance and wisdom from the bloodline. Well, I'm not going to advise you to do this because you're in New York and it's colder than hell, but don't go sit under a tree. Go sit under a very warm bush somewhere. Taking precious time to reconnect with your roots and with your family. You can learn to listen to your family members only through loving thoughts and prayers and the shining love that it can bring to your heart. So it's an ancestor stone. It's dealing with the ancestors. It's letting go of a lot of that pain.
Well, okay. Well, yeah, and because I did my crystal cleanse last night in the moonlight on the fire escape, I actually had my little petrified wood right here.
Oh, cool!
So
how was hanging out in the fire escape looking at the moon?
It was good. I got a little nervous that I missed it because when I was first out there, it was on the fire escape, and I was like, "Oh, I should take him out there." And then Casey told me that, "Oh, wait till whatever time it was. Was it 9:28?
9:28 your time."
Yeah. And so of course, then I got out there and looked and went, "Oh crap!" But I think it hit it.
That's fine. It's just out in that night air.
Yeah.
You could have done it here and there were clouds. I mean, it's that it's what's going on above us that makes sense.
So, and they feel better now. I just have to get everything organized and put back where it was.
Yeah, well, this time hold each one and ask it where it wants to sit. I had one lady one of the earlier shows I did, I talked about how you can create crystal confusion by putting the wrong things together.
Yeah.
And she had taken all of her crystals and dumped them in a bowl and put them in her bedroom, and she couldn't figure out why she wasn't sleeping at night. So she told her husband, I'm just going to move this out in the other room for a little bit and see what happens. And she wrote me a note and she said, oh my God, we slept last night. We never had confusion. And so she said, how do I separate them? And I don't know what crystal she has. So she decided to separate them by color.
Oh.
Kind of, so they tied to the chakra things.
Mm-hmm.
That's not necessarily true, but you can just hold them and say, do you want to be together?
Yeah.
Because that's what I do when I build my grids all the time.
Oh. Yeah, because my collection had gotten a lot bigger than I had realized it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Casey had showed you the picture that I sent her last night, but I have a lot. Like, I know what most of them are, but some of them I can't remember what they are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like trying to sort them out and figure out what's what.
Yeah.
That was the problem I was thinking, because I had them all in the bedroom at the bookshelf that's at the foot of the bed, and my sleep hasn't been that great the last few months. I mean, on top of other things. But then I think when you'd mentioned on one of the other episodes where you said about crystals, not everything should be all together, I'm like, I should probably sort through mine and figure that out. So
yeah, I mean, there's some grounding ones, there's clear ones. It's like when I was doing a presentation on one of the grids I built for a LilacLantern, Andrea, I found some actual lilac quartz and put tumbled lilac quartz in there. And, and it really is a form of amethyst. And I told her, I said, but it wouldn't get along with pointy amethyst because it's this lovely, soft, round rock as opposed to this heavy, pointy rock. So, well, that's it, Miss Sally. It looks like a good year's coming up.
Oh, thank goodness.
Just open the way. And some of what you've been doing, some of the saging and some of the praying and stuff, I think that is to release you from the ancestral pressure. So you can just move ahead as just your stunning, shining self.
Yeah, stunning, shining self that's in the darkness right now. But yeah.
Well, okay. It's okay.
I couldn't get the lighting right at the house. Okay.
That's okay. You're fine. Anyway, I'm going to stop the recording, but you don't go away.